All right, guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Scoop podcast with Beer and myself. We got another special guest with us today, Daniel Thiessen, coming at you from Finland right now. Thiessen was training with us with the national team again last summer, so another stud playing opposite right now. So Thiessen, I'll let you kind of take it away. Give us a quick debrief where you are, how your season's going, a little about yourself. So take it away, buddy.
Hello, boys. Happy to be here. Happy to see you guys again. I'm playing in Finland right now. This is my first year as a pro. I'm playing for Kokkolan Tikkurit, which I probably just butchered the name. I should have learned it 8 months in. In a small town of about 50,000 people called Kokkola. And it's been a great experience so far.
Yeah, so get right into the questions here. So Finland, how did you end up going there, and what was kind of like the process for signing with that team, and what were your first kind of thoughts when you got there to Finland?
So like most guys coming from Canada, I got an agent. I'm with Kevin Duquette of Volleyball Agency. With it being my first year as a pro, I was kind of just looking for anything I could get my hands on contract wise. That being said, when he first said that I was looking at maybe going to Finland, I was like, oh man, like you don't have anywhere warmer that I could go, or anywhere that I could see the sun.
You're from Winnipeg. You're used to the cold, eh?
Yeah. Funny enough, this winter's been like a tropical vacation. It's been like averages of 0 kind of throughout the whole winter. So it's been not too bad. But anyway, going through the contract process, kind of my only drawback was just the weather, but the team, the club, and everything I'd heard about the situation seemed really good. I was happy to come here, and it's been great so far.
Yeah, and how is your team doing right now? You guys in playoffs right now? What's the situation going on?
Yeah. So we're actually playing against Eli Rizzo's team. They're here right now, staying in the same hotel. So I was just we got some burgers, and I was just in his room about an hour before this, hanging out. So nice to see a familiar face. But it's a best of 5 series, and right now we're down 2-1. We play tomorrow, so kind of do or die. And they're the 2nd seed, we're the 7th seed, so underdogs. But we beat them last time in our home gym, so we're hoping for the same result tomorrow.
Yeah. You said you're like in a hotel. Are you guys like in a neutral gym? Is it not a home away kind of thing, or how's it working?
No, I actually live in a hotel.
Okay, you live in a hotel.
What?
Yeah, actually, I should say that was the other drawback. When I initially was signing this contract, I thought I was going to go absolutely crazy living in a hotel room for 8 months, but it's actually been pretty sweet. Like, I get free breakfast every morning, and like everywhere else in Finland, there's a sauna. So I've been hitting the sauna pretty much every night and meeting some cool Finnish folks.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess on top of that, Finland. So what's like the city like and the culture like? 'Cause I know you're pretty remote, like you're basically in the middle of nowhere in Finland.
Yeah. Finland's a lot of like small towns, especially like the volleyball teams. They're normally from smaller towns. And then like the big cities will have like big hockey teams and that sort of thing. So the upside to that is we actually get a decent amount of fans, and we have like a small fan base that's pretty passionate. Like they bring out the drums at our games. They're doing chants and stuff. So it's a lot of fun to play in front of. And then the Finnish culture, kind of the stereotype is that Finnish people are really introverted. Like when you walk down the street, people don't like wave and say hi unless they recognize you. But normally they just kind of keep their heads on the ground. But as soon as you get in a sauna and you're naked beside some dude, then he wants to start talking to you. It's weird, man.
And I guess like another stereotype I hear is that they drink a lot of vodka and they like to get drunk all the time. Is that, have you noticed that too, or no?
They do. You're a fan of Huberman, eh?
A little bit sometimes, yeah. I saw like the thing about how Nordic people have like a special gene that allows them to drink and be happy, and like it doesn't.
Yeah, man. That's 1,000% true. Like sometimes I'll be hanging out with the boys, and like it's 3 a.m. and they're all still going, and like I'm ready to go to bed, but these guys are just just fired up. Yeah, they definitely love their booze here in Finland.
Yeah. You learned any of the language yet, or not really? You're kind of like,
Man, when I first signed, I downloaded Duolingo, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like really make the most out of this opportunity. Like I'm gonna learn Finnish, and I had it for about 2 weeks. Then I got here, and within a week, I gave up. Like I don't know if you guys have seen some of the words they have here, but some of them are like 40 letters long. Like it's I don't know, it's not like English at all either. There's very few words that you can look at as an English speaking person and be like, oh, that must mean this. Like it's completely different. But on the flip side, like everyone here speaks pretty good English, especially the young people.
yeah. And I kind of noticed this, like being out in Europe, even if you like try to speak their native language, they can tell that you don't speak a single word and they're going to immediately speak English.
Yeah, which I appreciate though too. Like my teammates have really made the effort to speak to me in English and like include me in the group. Like being the only foreign guy, I was kind of worried about that, but yeah, my teammates have been super inclusive.
That's super nice. What was like the culture shock like? I guess because like if you're saying everyone speaks English for the most part, so it's probably not too bad then for you.
Yeah, not really. It's even just like in terms of like what it looks like here, it's so similar to Winnipeg. So culture shock wasn't huge. I would say it took the first couple weeks to kind of get over the like, damn, I'm in a completely different country. Like everyone I know is across the Atlantic Ocean. Like that was a little crazy too. And then being in a hotel room, I was like kind of just staring at the four walls. So
yeah, and I feel like for you, you're not really in a place where you can like weekend off travel really easily. Like you're not like okay, I'm the weekend off, I'm 4 hours from Vienna, I'm 3 hours from Berlin, I can take the train somewhere and visit. So you kind of have been stuck in Finland the whole time. Have you done any traveling at all or not really?
Yeah, like we are pretty isolated. We're a 6-hour train ride from Helsinki, which is normally where you would fly out of anyway. So just that makes it tough. But we were in the Challenge Cup, I think same as you, Logan, right?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. So we got to go to Slovenia and Romania with that, which was pretty sweet. Nice to have team trips. Kind of felt like I was back on the university grind, just traveling with the boys. And we actually in Romania we played against Mark Wilson's team, so a fellow Canadian, and then we ran into Schnitzer, Xander, and Pierce at one of the bars there in Romania too.
That's funny.
Random.
Because they were playing a different Romanian team in Sev Cup, right? At the same time?
Yeah. So
and did you plan on beating them or just bump into them accidentally?
No, I didn't even know they were there. And then Pierce messaged me. He was like, buddy, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, man, we got a 6 a.m. flight tomorrow. And he's like, nah, like come see the boys. And I was like, all right, fair enough. Twist my arm.
That must have been a brutal flight home, eh?
Dude, it was so tough. It was a long travel day too. It was like Bucharest to Frankfurt, Helsinki, and then the 6-hour train. So like a full travel day after. Yeah, did not feel great, but it was definitely worth it.
So yeah, did you even get to sleep before the airport? Take a little nap or no?
But well, initially we were like just gonna like have a chill night, like I don't know, have a beer in the hotel and then go to bed. But then our coach was like, "Hey boys, instead of leaving the hotel at 4 a.m., we're gonna leave at 4:15." And we were like, "All right, like the night is young, let's go." So
15 minutes made a big difference.
Yeah. So I think we all got like a 30-minute power nap in before we hit the airport. But yeah, it was definitely worth it. And it's a super cool city too. Like the old Eastern European is very different from Finland. So it was nice to get to see some of that as well.
Yeah. And so that was the second game and you beat the Slovenian team in the...
Yeah. First round we had Slovenian team. We lost in 5 in their gym. Sweet atmosphere, a bunch of young people. I think they were selling wine for super cheap, so the fans were pretty fired up. So lost in 5 there, and then we ended up winning in 4 at home the following week. And then against Steaua Bucharesti, Mark Wilson's team, we lost in 5 at home, and then when we went to them, we lost in 3. They served the lights out. They're a really good team. Like we were just kind of outgunned. But yeah.
So I know the top 2 Romanian teams, like have a decent sized budget actually.
Yeah, yeah. I think they like their starting lineup was probably making 4 times or 5 times our starting lineups too. But still a lot of fun to go toe to toe with guys like that. And they were a fun bunch to play against too. Like most of them were, I think, in their 30s, and we were kind of the young team. And I don't know, they weren't just like trash talking, looking down on us. They were having a good time out there, and we were having a good time too. So a lot of fun to get to match up with them.
What was the Slovenian or Slovakian team? Who'd you guys play there?
Slovenia. Honestly, I can't remember the team name. I know Connor McConnell played for them last year. I don't know if you guys know who he is.
I don't.
He played at UNB.
Yeah.
Yeah, Canadian guy. He's opposite, good player.
Oh, was it because we played Mevza this year?
Okay.
I don't know who the guy was. I don't know his name, but I actually talked.
I think Logan.
I think because we played them in Mevza, and we went into this game in Maribor, and they were like, "Yeah, we're playing this guy. They have a Canadian opposite," and I'm like, on the court, and I'm looking like, who the hell is this guy? I'm like, I've never seen him in my life, never heard of him in my life, and I'm like watching him play, and this guy's just banging balls.
Yeah, man.
Upping the hell out of the thing, and I'm like, where have you been, man? Like just. And then I was talking to Tom afterwards saying there's this nasty Canadian playing there, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, it's so-and-so that played at UNB. And I was like, man, this guy's been just like hiding in a tiny little nutshell town out east.
Yeah.
And it's filthy.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Legit.
He's physical, big arm, like really good player. But yeah, kind of been kept a secret because he was at UNB.
Another hidden gem.
Oh, and I think it was Panvita Pomgrad was who we played in Slovenia, I think. Yeah.
And so Finland's a pretty big, long country. Like I'm assuming you have some long road trips. Do you have any like 10-hour drives to do for games, or how's it kind of work for your travel schedule?
We're kind of right in the middle, but there's actually like no team super close to us. So I think we have 3 or 4 teams that are like 6-hour bus trips. And I mean, like most teams, COVID was kind of tough on them, so money's a little tight. So we don't stay overnight. Like we're straight off the bus into the gym, 6 hours. So yeah, sometimes it's a little rough getting going. Yesterday's playoff game, we lost 3-0, and the first set was I think 25-8, like fresh off the bus. We got aced like the first 4 balls. And then I don't know, it was like 10-2 or something. We were like, okay, let's get on to this next set. Those next 2 were kind of more down to the wire. But yeah, man, sometimes it's tough rolling straight off the bus onto the court.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Yeah. What were you guys dealing with travel wise?
Yeah, I can go first. Like Czech Republic's not that big. Like it's pretty small. So like most of the teams are within like an hour and a half drive.
That's nice.
And like there's a couple teams that are like 40 minutes, an hour. Like, and so those we just busted a day of. And then there's a couple teams that are maybe 4 to 5, 6 hours away, and we'd stay the night beforehand if we play those teams.
That's nice.
Take long, like 1 a.m. bus home.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's way better than ours. Isn't as bad as you, Thiessen. I think our longest is like a little over 3 maybe, but the nearest, I think our nearest is like an hour and a half.
Okay.
We're driving, but the worst is through the mountains because it's all like twisty, windy, hilling, whatever. And our drivers, the one guy's like our assistant coach who's a 98, and he's had his license for I think 7 or 8 months.
He's driving the bus?
He drives our bus, but like we don't have like the coach buses. We have like, you know, those like Mercedes like Sprinter buses.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we rock those. So he's driving like one of those, and he's driving for 8 months. And this guy's just, he's like, he sees 80 maximum, he's just whipping her down there, and you're like looking out the front windshield, and this guy's just bombing downhill through the mountains, coming up to a gnarly 90-degree right turn, and he just stomps on the brake, and you're just like flying forwards, and he just like, you feel like you're in an F1 car, but just lower because he's just taking every corner as fast as he can.
You're probably already in a full sweat by the time you get to the gym. No warm up.
And there was 3 trips where I was like, I don't know if I can play right now. Like I'm gonna be ill. Like I was
you
like,
get car sick?
no, never. Like when I was a kid, sure, but like
Yeah.
never in the last decade of my life have I
Yeah.
gotten car sick. And with this guy, I'm like, I can't play. And I started the first match. And I think I started like ace, got aced, went like jumped for a ball, overset me. I'm like, honestly, man, like that's a great set. I'm just really bad right now. Like I'm not okay. And I looked at my coach. I'm like, I can't play right now. I'm like, I'm gonna die. Crazy. And then our other driver is this like 65-year-old German Austrian dude who doesn't speak any English. And he just goes and he always makes a joke and he goes, Nicholas Latifi. And then he just bombs down the road. And he just like drives in the wrong side of the road. And he just laughs about it the whole time. I'm sitting here, I'm like,
why you're Canadian? That's why he says on TV?
The Canadian Formula One driver.
I know, but that's not why. That's because you're Canadian.
Yeah, because of me. And he thinks it's so funny and just starts laughing. And I'm like texting my mom, like, so I might die, but I love you. Thanks for everything, but this is the end for me. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, the travel's not too bad in Austria either. Not a big country.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
There was one game this season where it was like a 6-hour bus ride, and we got on the bus early in the morning, so like didn't get moving around before the bus or anything. And I had an energy drink before the game, as like I normally do. I don't know. Are you guys ripping energy drinks before games?
Yeah, we have it in Czech. It's called Tiger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty deadly or what?
It just tastes like Red Bull.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I had like a Nocco is what they call it here. I think it's like pretty much like a Red Bull. And after 6 hours and just a huge caffeine dump, I got onto the court and my heart was just like going crazy. Like I was trying to count it. It was like 120, 130 beats per minute and it would not go down. And I had to get subbed off and they got like the paramedics and stuff and they did like a full EKG on me in the locker room. And at the end they were like, yeah, like you just had way too much caffeine after
coffee, buddy. So you sure you don't got somebody else in your system there, right?
no, man. No.
Finnish energy drinks hit a little different, eh? Not like Luke Herr's daily or pregame monster.
Oh yeah. Man, Luke Herr can handle it though. The guy's a specimen.
Surprised I didn't get drug tested after that game. After that,
yeah, actually, I did get my first drug test like 2 games later. I didn't even think about that.
They're like, this guy needs to get pulled off because his heart rate's too high.
Yeah.
And you're getting too many MVPs. They're like, okay, something else is powering more than these Finnish energy drinks.
Energy drink my ass.
But yeah, how was that? I was doing the piss test while someone's watching.
A new experience for sure. Yeah, have you guys done them?
Never.
Oh,
I always get offended when I like junior team, like half the team like was getting pee tests, and I was like, I'm playing well. Like, why aren't they testing me?
Yeah.
Do they think I'm not on drugs? Like, what?
Yeah, man. Honestly, it was a huge boost to my ego because like I'm a pretty lanky dude, and we got some built guys on our team. So,
but you got the gorilla build. You got the long arms, like.
Yeah, but like a very malnourished
like
gorilla.
Arc character build a little bit.
Yeah.
Gorilla.
But yeah, I was walking into that piss test like with my head high. I was like, yeah, these guys think I'm on roids for sure. But no, as soon as the game ends, you just start chugging back water and go in there. The guy watches you pee. It's like, I don't know, you try to make small talk or whatever, try to make it less awkward, but it is what it is. Like, it's never super comfortable having someone watch you pee.
You make eye contact while you're peeing or no?
I didn't, but man, our captain told me one time when he was doing it, I think he's gotten tested like 12 times and he's been playing for a decade plus. But one time he took a shit while he was doing it.
Wait, he did it sitting down? You do it sitting down?
Yeah, he did it sitting down. The guy was just like standing there watching him. Just like a total power play. It's like, this is what you get for making. Yeah.
the official whatever say anything, or he just pretend he didn't know what's going on?
I'm not too sure. I'm sure he had a laugh, but yeah, our captain was just asserting his dominance that day. I think he was like,
that he's gonna watch him like wipe and like do
it was probably like his 10th test. So he was like, I got to find a way to stop getting tested. Like I've been clean 9 times. So he
Man,
went for
that guy went home to his wife and she goes, "Oh, how was your day?" It's like, another piss test, but the guy took a shit in front of me.
That was probably his last day working, man. He couldn't take it.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
he's
he
getting,
quit
like
the next day.
is like, I'm getting old now. Maybe I have to do steroids. I got to get away so I stop getting tested. Okay, this will work here.
Big brain.
Man,
Yeah.
that is such a power move. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like every like person like on the podcast and off the podcast I've talked to always comments that like European built a little different, you know, like we were talking earlier about like drinking, it's like 3 a.m. and you're dead. Everybody's like, yeah, like the nightlife here. I'm like, I'll go out. It's like my buddy will text me. He's like, yeah, it's out till 8:30. I'm like, I woke up around that time. Like, what do you
Yeah.
mean you went to bed at that time? Like, I just could not imagine doing some of the nightlife stuff they do, or just like some of the crazy things they do in general, like taking a two in front of a guy. Like, man, just a little different.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that too. Like by the time 1 o'clock rolls around, I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go home. Like I can't handle this.
No, we used to our
Maybe I'm
2
getting
a.m.
old.
bar close time versus for them that's like that's when you leave the bar and go to the club.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
Beer's made for the European nightlife. This guy always texts me. He goes, "Bro, I got the gnarliest story for you. We won't say anything on here, but I just as soon as I get this message, I'm like, oh baby, I'm gonna go pop some popcorn, get in my bed. I'm like, and let's see what happened with beer.
Well, I got one story I can share. This is not really about me, but I had a weekend off like right before, and I went to Brussels because it was like cheap flights, and I was like, well, like I have nothing going on. Season's over. Like we're not even practicing. You just gotta wait till like final meetings and stuff like that, and booking flights. It's like looking for cheap flights. Like okay, I'll go to Brussels, and I was looking like, and I saw that 2 DJs I like were playing. I was like, okay, great. Like, so I check in the hostel. First night, normal 2 American girls in my room, and then second night, this guy from India who didn't speak any English. And then right before I'm about to go out to the DJ, whatever, the concert, this Brazilian guy walks in. And the moment he gets in, he pulls out a meth pipe, like the moment, and like goes, "Oh, you do meth? You want meth?" I'm like, as if like he's like offering me like a shot of, or like he's like so casual, like, no man, like I don't need meth. I'm good. And then he just go in the shower for like half an hour, start singing, smoking meth, and then vomiting for like another half an hour. And then, so I go back, I go to the DJ show, and I come back, and the guy from India had vomited on my bed and all over my clothes. And the meth head guy, Brazilian guy, he was still awake because he's tweaking, obviously. And he was like, "Oh, you guy from India, he puke on your bed." He starts talking with me, like not letting me go to bed, and I'm tired. And he's like, starts flirting with me, adds me on like WhatsApp, and like starts texting me like from Google Translate messages, being like, "I want to come
from across the room."
Yeah, like where's it? I'm in the lower bunk, he's in the bottom bunk, and he's texting me, "I'm gonna come visit you in Canada. You're such a lovely individual." And then, but then the next day, I wake up, he's gone. The guy from India's gone, and I go my backpack and my wallet, my credit card's gone, my sunglasses are gone,
Oh no,
pods are gone. But at the same time, I think it's the guy who's on meth, not the guy who blacked out and puked my bed. But
yeah.
and then I'm like, but he's even on WhatsApp texting me like, "Oh, hope you're okay. Like, nice to meet you. You're a great person. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna come to Canada." So I'm like, this guy is either like, I don't understand why he's being so nice to me, or it's like he's trying to like make it seem like it's not him. But then I go to credit card history. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna check to see if there's any purchases. $400 Uber and a
$400 Uber
and $200 hotel in Amsterdam. So I'm thinking this guy took my credit card and took an Uber from Brussels to Amsterdam on my card and bought a hotel with a fresh pair of Ray-Bans and some nice AirPods to listen to tunes on it.
That's insane.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, like maybe I'll spend the extra 20, 30 more bucks a night to stay in a hotel next time.
Have you tried to look into it and like call the hotel and be like, hey, did you see someone use this card? Or
And like, what's the point? Like, I was leaving the next day. It's in Brussels. I'm never going back to Brussels. Like,
yeah,
it's not even in Brussels. It's in Amsterdam.
yeah. Oh, that's crazy. Do you still talk to him?
No, but like on the odd case, it's not him. I don't want to like call him out. Like, it's like,
You never, I mean, yeah. I don't know. You should send him a text right now. Tell him you're thinking about him.
he sends me a selfie back wearing my AirPods and my sunglasses. But yeah, what's like the town in Finland? Like, how do you like where you live?
It's a smooth transition from this
so
guy just
oh.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, honestly, the town is like better than I thought it was going to be. Hopefully no one from Brandon, Manitoba watches this, but initially I was like, oh, this place is going to be like Brandon, like same size. Maybe because they knocked us out of playoffs in my last year, I got something against them, but
Nothing can be worse than Brandon, Manitoba. I know I've never been, but I've just heard stories.
it's like Winnipeg gets a bad rap, but like Winnipeg is like 10 times better than Brandon. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, we did earlier in one of the episodes, shit talk Winnipeg. Like, can you?
Is that Morty's episode?
Yeah, we did at the end. We were saying that we're talking about how Winnipeg's like the crime capital of like Canada, and it's like just negative 30, and nobody ever want to live there. But
yeah, I forgot about that.
it's like the most Sask thing ever to make fun of Winnipeg. Like you're not in the exact same boat.
yeah, he's from the tiny farm town in Swift Current. It's not like he's living large.
Yeah, although I will say like the crime thing is legit, especially going to U of W. I don't know if you guys have ever been to U of W.
No.
It's right in the heart of downtown Winnipeg, which is at times not the safest place. One of my teammates had his truck window smashed, I think like 6 times in 1 year, getting broken into. So yeah, anyway, now I'm in the safe little town of Kokkola, and it's about 50,000 people. I'm right downtown, living in the hotel, and everything I need is like 5-minute walk away. Practice is about 15-minute walk, but our lunch buffet's right around the corner. So it's super nice for like not having a car or anything. Sometimes I'll scooter around, but I've fallen a couple times on the electric scooter. So
But you like the town? You like living there? You enjoy like the place?
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah. Super quiet too at night. So like sometimes I'll just like after a bad game, man, just walk around the streets, do some soul searching. You don't see anyone else out there.
Put some Radiohead on your headphones or something sad and walk around. Like, what I'm doing out here.
Maybe even some Lana Del Rey just in my feels.
Yeah, but so what are your plans for next year? Are you looking at have any clubs interested in you right now? Like, do you have anything on the table, or you can talk about it or not really?
Nothing concrete yet. Actually just met with my agent today, and there's some interest in some areas nearby you, which would be pretty sweet. But yeah, no concrete offers yet. And right now, like I'm quite happy in my situation here. In terms of like the level of play is pretty good. I wouldn't compare it to like B team or anything like that. Like there's definitely better leagues, but for me, I still feel like I could improve in this league. So I would be happy to come back. But that said, yeah, I'm definitely open to other offers too. So
yeah, but I've seen you've been dominating out there, putting up some like 40-point games, getting like every time you post on Instagram, it's like Dan Thiessen MVP. It seems like you're MVP at every match you play.
Yeah, no 40 bombs, but the thing is when you're an opposite, you're just hanging out at the back line until you're getting the ball, and sometimes you're getting 50 sets a game, so it's pretty easy to have a big night. But yeah, like definitely had some great games, but consistency hasn't always been there. I mean, kind of the story of everyone in sports, but yeah, still room to improve in my opinion. Like this playoff series has been tough. Like for me, obviously, you and me being in the 100 club serving, like velocity is sometimes an issue for scoring. So that's something that I'm definitely looking to improve on kind of over the off season.
Yeah, you listened to our other podcast. We talked about that story, eh?
Yeah, man, I was fired up to get the shout out.
For those who didn't know, we're me and Dan in the B team this summer. They have like radar guns for like every serve and attack, and they have a TV, so you can see like every time you serve the ball, hit the ball. And me and Dan, we don't like have the natural like Brody Hofer, Jesse arm swing like Stephen Marr. Like we're feeling good if we scratch 100 on a good spin serve. And we would have bets where we'd see like, okay, what would we even bet on? We wouldn't even bet on anything, but we would just.
I think we bet drinks, and I don't know what the tally is, but we definitely owe each other drinks.
All right, maybe we'll fly out to Kokkola or we can go
Yeah.
or something. But yeah, first one to crack 100 and in the court wins. I think the fastest serve I recorded that summer, I got a nice 106 bomb. That was a bomb.
Man, that's massive. I would kill for 106.
Yeah, but I'm not spinning right now. Trust me, my 70%, 65% in percentage wasn't good enough for my coach out here.
Oh, no, that's tragic. They gotta let you rip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could crack like 110 with a fist if it was just going straight at the back wall, but I don't know about in the court.
Yeah. So what are your plans this summer? You hoping to play with the B team in the national gym this summer?
No, honestly, my plan is to completely just revamp the arm swing. I really want to add an extra 5-10 kilometers, and I think like the best way to do that is to just be solo in a gym spin serving. So yeah, that's kind of the plan over the summer. I'm going to be likely coaching sports camps too for volleyball, so I should have access to the gym. And then also, yeah, just happy to see friends like after so much time away. It's going to be nice to see friends and family.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How about you guys?
We'll have to see, like maybe like end of summer if we somehow meet, we gotta actually then do a competition again.
Oh man.
And then maybe a 105 competition instead.
That'd be huge. That'd be huge for the boys. Yeah, we'll have to fly down to Gatineau, use the guns for a day.
Yeah.
Are you guys both going back to a national team?
That's the plan, I think. But I think for B team, I think nationals just finished, so I think selections will probably come out the next week or two for that.
Cool.
Hopefully, fingers crossed that that's an option. We'll see what happens. See if we get that message from Dan Lewis or not.
Cass, if you're watching, I know you watch your show. Please put in a good word for me and Logan here.
Yeah.
The Team Canada Instagram page followed our account, so we gotta be careful about what we say.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
Cass told us that we can tag Volleyball Canada when we like post like just like saying like on Instagram that we like posted a video. She's like, yeah, like tag the Maple Volleys account. Like I remember seeing that DM come in and I was like, oh my god, what did we do? It's like because like you can always have it right, and I'm like, I text her, I'm like, oh god, I was like, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And she, like read it and she's like, yeah, like just tag the account so like you guys can get more views. And we're like, oh my god. And I was like, we're expelled from the program. They're never gonna have us back. Like we're done.
Yeah.
Our careers with the national team are over.
Yeah, I'm sure like Team Canada wants to be associated with shitting during drug tests.
No, man, that was a Finnish guy. Don't pin that on me.
Yeah.
And Team Finland loves that stuff.
That is so
we got a Finnish coach, so
yeah, I've actually heard good things about him from my teammates. Should be good, hopefully.
nice.
So yeah.
All right, we're gonna have to kind of get you to throw somebody under the bus right now. Every episode we ask our guest who their worst pepper partner has been. Go like since university, so it's not too long ago, like club days, but since university, worst pepper partner.
Ooh, Yeah, man, this is hard throwing teammates under the bus. I don't like doing this.
Uh,
I don't know if you guys would know either of these guys. Hopefully they watch the podcast though. The first one is one of our middles, whose name is Keegan T-Tart. Him and I were rookies in the same year, and his ball control wasn't bad. But the thing is, he would always set the ball to the roof during Pepper, and it made it so hard to hit because you'd be staring up into the light and like trying to hit this ball back at him. And yeah, man, it was frustrating. But he, like, as a volleyball player, the skills were there, but it was just annoying. He refused to set a ball like lower than 20 feet.
You ever tell him? You ever say, stop this nonsense, man?
Yeah. I said stop it, and he was like, "No, man, I'm working on setting high balls." And I was like, "Oh, I guess I can't argue with that, but I also can't make a good contact on this ball." So I guess we're both
not defending. Yeah, that's funny. All right, Jason. So the last thing, Beer and I always kind of come up with some stupid, fun little game drafty type thing that we do. So with you, we have decided we're going to do a U Sports men's volleyball draft. Fantasy team, pick whoever you want, West Coast to East Coast.
Okay.
But we're going to go starting 7, all of U Sports, and you're the guest, so we'll give you first pick.
And only current players.
Current players playing right
Current
now.
players. Okay. Wow, that's huge. Okay.
No pressure, but someone's going to be either really upset that they didn't get the first overall selection or really happy.
Yeah. Man, there's a lot of talent out there. Also, I don't know much about the OUA too, so you guys are probably going to scoop up a lot of that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
The scoop.
There's a handful.
First pick, I'm going to go with coming off a national championship. I think had he been healthy, he would have had a great shot of player of the year. Then again, there's Can-Am obviously earned it. But I'm going to go with Brody Hofer as my starting P1.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, I'll go next, and I'll take the guy you mentioned before, and I'll take Can-Am as my starting opposite.
Ooh. I get back-to-back. We're going snake style. So yeah. I'm going Neves, a healthy Neves, unstoppable.
I don't know if you can make that a condition.
He's healthy right now. He's healthy right now. At this current moment, he's healthy.
Okay.
And then I'm taking Thiessen on the way back. And I'm not specifying Matthias's position just yet because I could put him left side or center.
Yeah.
So there's a question mark on his thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's some good picks. I was kind of wanting to get Thiessen too. I'm trying to think right now. Do I want setter first or do I want a left side? And
I don't know any setters, man, other than like Matthias and Cam Kern, but and then the OUA guys.
Yeah, okay. I don't know a lot of setters either.
Well, I'm gonna take a setter. I'm gonna know the guy a little bit from playing national team and next gen and COVID year in Gatineau, and they had a pretty impressive showing at national. So I'm gonna take Portelance as my setter.
Ooh, that's a sleeper pick. I like that, Beer.
That's nice.
I like that. That's good.
He runs a good offense. He's a little short, but he's got nice hands. He can swing it.
That's not bad.
Okay. Do I get 2?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get another left side. I've never seen someone better at recycling than this guy. He also can kill the ball, obviously, but give me Jesse Elster.
I knew it. Oh, I was going him next.
Yeah, and 7 aces in the finals. Like, he's got a weapon of an arm too.
Yeah, those boys are hot right now too. Both my left sides. So
that's a nice left side draft right there.
And then give me Cam Kern, dishing on the rock.
Cam Kern, okay.
That's solid. That is solid.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take another guy with a heavy arm, and so already got Cannon with a heavy freaking arm. I'm gonna take Sam Cooper as my left side.
I'm going there, man.
So we're just bombing balls. My team. We're bombers.
Okay.
Man, that you guys took both the guys I wanted. Oh, what do I have an opposite and then an undisclosed positional player. Are there any like other setters that are really like?
You can take your Brock setter if you're confident in your old team.
That's my guy. That is my guy. I actually think he's super underrated. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying to think of other setters. I don't know, man.
Take a master setter. Take. I don't know.
Yes, that's tough one. I might have to put Matthias as my setter though. I'm not gonna lie. So there are some studs. You know what? I think I'm gonna go first one. I'll take Isaac Haslinga on the left.
That's a good pick.
Young stud. Yeah, I think I like that one. You know who I actually wanted to pick was that the RSEQ guy, Sherbrooke's opposite. I was thinking about taking him. He snapped all of nationals.
Yeah.
What teams have good middles? Man, I don't know any of the Can West middles. Give me Corey. Give me Corey. Ryan Weasley.
Yeah, Corey. I was laughing at Corey. I don't know if you watched the semifinals game, but he needed a serving sub.
I saw that. Poor kid. But man, like
he's a good player, yeah.
He's not like the only national team middle kicking around the like U Sports.
You got Cole Duncanson. Come on.
You gotta edit that out, man.
I forgot about him. That's funny.
Okay, so it's my pick. I'm taking another guy. I'm taking all heavy arms in my team. I'm taking Jackson Young as my second outside hitter.
Ooh. Oh, that's nice.
We got bombers. We got service pressure to the max of Jordan and Jackson.
I would not want to be passing against that team.
And like serving in may be an issue though.
Serving's going to be an issue for my team with Sam and
in.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you have 10 aces in a set.
But if you have 25 errors.
We won't talk about that, I guess.
Okay, I get two now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard about this Sherbrooke Oppo. I don't even know his name. Is it Yoann, David? Is that the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me him.
Sorry, Morty.
Huh?
Sorry.
Oh, Morty. I forgot about Morty, man.
You already picked?
Yeah. Dude, I might put Morty. I might just stick Morty in the mid because that's my guy. Man, how did I forget about Morty? Oh, sorry, Morty, if you're out there.
And we were just talking about how you watched his podcast too.
Dude, I know.
Shoot, don't worry, I'll block him from the Instagram. He won't see this video.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Okay, well, that's tragic that I'm not getting Morty, but
arrows and middles now.
Yeah, give me Darian Picklick at Lib.
Okay, yeah, I guess a solid pick. Okay, my turn. I'm gonna take a middle. I'm gonna take big boy Kraj out of McMaster, the Polish middle, like 7-footer. Big block. I think he's gonna anchor down the middle of the court for us.
That's not bad. You know what? I think I'm gonna go with another Frenchie. Alexis Tournier.
Oh, Alexi played my team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That guy snapped. He was nasty for Montreal. Oh. What do I have, Beer?
You have Neves, Tias, Isaac, Corey, and Alexi. 2-2, as we call him.
Oh, I have two left sides. That puts Tias as my setter. I was gonna take Max St. Denis, but I need a middle and a lib now, right?
And a left side.
No.
Oh no, you don't. No, you mind. Never mind. No,
I was gonna say you just told me three left sides: Isaac and Alexis.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go Landon Curry for my lib.
Okay, safe pick.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking my boy. Played with us this summer a little bit. Stinky Link is my second middle.
Ooh, that's nice.
Lincoln Baines. Good attacker. I think I'm liking my looks of my team right now.
Man, I just don't know people.
Yeah.
You know Lincoln. You know all of these guys we've listed.
I didn't know. I can't think of them though. Like once you say them, I'm like, oh yeah, this person. But then in the moment, I'm like, man, I know nobody.
We made this game. You could have done some research and got the upper hand if you wanted.
Yeah, but I got things to do, man.
That's
Plus,
kind of fair to Dan, I guess. If he doesn't
playing anything exactly. Don't think about it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm still kicking myself for forgetting Morty. That's so tough. Anyway, Sherbrooke Oppo is gonna pop off for me though, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
okay, 2 mids. Give me my boy from U of W, Liam Christiansen.
Okay, no idea who that is, but maybe he's
He
good.
actually, man, he was getting volume this year. Some games he was getting set like 30 balls out of the mid. Like I think he might have popped off for 20 kills out of the mid, one game.
Jeez.
And then give me Louis Lange from.
Oh, Louis. I forgot about Louis. He's been having a good year too, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, they got upset by Calgary. I thought that they had a shot at like doing some big things, but kind of tough end of the season for them.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm left with libero, and I'm taking my good friend and my roommate from Western Ontario Mustangs, Owen Smelly Kelly.
That guy's a go.
Hey, don't laugh. He led U Sports in digs per set this year.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's actually a good pick. It's just
He's
funny.
thinking about playing pro next year in Israel using his Jewish passport.
Nice. That'd be
It's
sweet.
just the fact that you called him Smelly Kelly that I think.
Yeah, that's what made me laugh. Oh, Smelly Kelly. And I think I just need a middle. I completely forgot about this guy too. I'll just go with Billy Johnstone, or however you say his last name.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, he's a beast.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy jumps high too.
Okay, well, when we post the podcast, we'll throw us up on Instagram, let people vote on who we think got the best teams. But I'm gonna do like a brief synopsis here. So Dan, your team, Seddon, you got Cam Kern, Sling the Rock. On the left side, you got Brody and Jesse, the Trinity Western powerhouses.
Yeah.
You got Johan David on the opposite. And middles, you got your boy Liam something and Louis. And then you got Darian. Great year, libero. And the best libero in U Sports this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Owen Kelly, of course. Then my team, I got Portalons, Schling in the Rock, Canham on my opposite, Sam Cooper, Jackson Young, Kraj and Link in the middle, and then Owen on libero. And Logan, you always pick the worst teams. I don't know how you do it.
I know, man. I always forget about people.
You got T.S. That's it. Well, I mean, you got T.S. and Neves. You got Isaac and Tutu on the left sides, and Corey and Billy in the middles, and Landon as your libero.
I don't know if that's the worst team, man. That's a pretty nasty
That's a good team.
I think it's hard to even like say like who's the best team out of all these, but maybe people in the comments can vote. Maybe they have more opinions.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
We'll leave it to the people to decide.
Okay.
Well, that was awesome. Thanks for hopping on, Thiessen. That was a lot of fun, buddy. It was nice catching up with you again.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. It's great to see the boys.
Good luck in playoffs. Hopefully you beat Riz and the boys out there.
Yeah, man. He's just down the hall, probably gonna go wrestle him before bed.
Yeah, the team name is a little bit easier to pronounce than yours, so
yeah.
Unreal. Awesome. Thanks again, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Later.